Hello, this is Mike Morgan with MorganTalks.com and the Morgan Talks channel on YouTube. There's nothing I like more than a scary movie. There's nothing I like more. I love scary movies. But it's hard to find a good one. It really is. It's hard to find a good scary movie because a lot of times they're doing a lot of... they could be good, but they do too much sci-fi and they actually ruin it. But it's hard when you compare to what I feel is the king of all scary movies, and that's The Exorcist. The original Exorcist from the 70s. That is I think the state-of-art movie ever made, the scariest movie ever made. I think that's the king of scary movies. The Exorcist from the 70s. The first one. I think nothing tops it. I think that even today when they try to make scary movies, and with all the technology that they have today, so much more technology they had in the 70s, they with all the technology, they can't be as scary as The Exorcist. And it's almost to me that the technology makes it less scary because you know it's too much sci-fi in it. When they did it in the 70s, it looked more real. Now, those of you who've seen The Exorcist would know what I'm talking about. Those of you who have not seen The Exorcist, I would suggest you see it. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe a lot of people haven't seen it, but I think that's the king of scary movies, The Exorcist. And I can still watch to this day and still get scared. And The Exorcist movie, you can say what you want, but some people I've heard, they said that, they found it was funny. I don't think it was funny at all. I think the documentaries I've seen about The Exorcist, that people were leaving the theaters back in the 70s. I think it was all over the news. People were fainting in the aisles at the Exorcist movie. The lines were wrapped around the blocks for the Exorcist movie. People were leaving halfway through, couldn't take it. I don't remember any movie hearing that a scary movie had that effect on people. I'd never heard of it, but The Exorcist did. And if you look back at the documentaries on it, you'll see. People were fainting, coming out of there shaking. They couldn't even make it to the whole movie without just leaving. There was reporters, I think, waiting outside. People were walking out halfway through going, that's crazy. That's crazy. Just left. There's no movie that did that. I don't know any modern movie that I was in that somebody walked out because it was too scary. In today's time, I've never seen it. I never even heard of it. But I've heard of it through the documentaries from the 70s. And you can look it up for yourself and see. That's the king of scary movies. I think it's because of the subject matter also. Being that it's about the God and the devil and everything like that. I mean, it's stuff that people have been afraid of for thousands of years, and it's tapping into something that we don't know. What happens when we die and all this kind of stuff, and religion itself. And I think that it's a nerve that scares most people because no one knows what's going to happen when you die. And religion, everything else, what's going to happen. And I think it's a nerve that people have, an uneasy feeling that people have when they really think about it down deep. They know that it's a very odd subject, and that movie just exploits that. And I think the subject itself is scary. But there's a lot of movies out there today that are scary. Yeah, they give you a little thrill, but nothing like that Exorcist movie. That Exorcist movie is something else. And I dare you, if you think I'm lying, go watch The Exorcist in a dark room by yourself with the TV on. Go ahead, at night, 11 o'clock at night, start it. See how you feel. And it's slow moving, it builds up. But, towards the end of the movie, it's getting crazy in there. That room is horrifying. Watch that alone towards the end and see what you think then. On a big screen TV alone in the dark. See what it's like. If you want to get scared. Because to me, there's no other movie out there that's as scary as that, except second best is The Omen movie. Now, I'm not sure exactly, that might have been the 70s too. The Omen, that's a scary one too. That's a runner-up. The Omen's a very scary movie, but I'll probably do another one on that one. But I'm just saying in general, the king of the scary movies to me is The Exorcist. All these modern ones, I go to a lot of them and stuff like that, and some of them, they're just poorly done. They lose the plot and the sci-fi of it. They just don't have the way the screen takes. It just looks more fake now than it did ever back then in the 70s. All this sci-fi stuff, things jumping around, you can see they just think that some of the movies now I've seen, they try to do recreations of The Exorcist, and when they try to make the person that's the child that's exorcised, that has an exorcism, has a spirit in them, they don't look as scary as they did in The Exorcist without all the effects. It was scarier without the effects. I think the Pope's Exorcist I've seen recently, and the kid that portrays the person that's possessed, if you look at it, it's scary, but it's less scary because of the sci-fi in the kid's face. It's scary, less scary because of that. And if you compare it to The Exorcist without the effects, it's more scary. It looks more real. And wow, I mean that was some movie. But I think The Exorcist takes the cake. The most scariest movie ever made to date, as far as I know. I've never seen one that scared me as much as that one. But there are some scary movies out there, but nothing that shook me like that. And I think that every time you watch it, you know, it just brings you right back. It's scary. And I would say the runner-up is The Omen. But I don't think nothing touches The Exorcist, the original one. Now they had a sequel to it, The Heretic, I think it was. Yeah, it was scary, but not like the original. The original was unreal. And just that subject matter, the way they did it, I mean, it was pretty vulgar. I mean, it was vulgar. I mean, they didn't hold nothing back in that movie. You know what I mean? They crossed the line. I think it made it even scarier. I mean, it was crazy. I'm not going to say the parts in there, but any of you seen the movie, there's some really raunchy parts in that movie there. I mean, that's some really, the possessed girl there was really doing some crazy, nasty things. I mean, wow. But I think that movie takes the cake. And I love scary movies, but that one is just... I wish I could see The Exorcist. I think, if I'm right, back in the 90s, they might have had The Exorcist in the movie theaters again. And I went and saw it. They had it in the theaters, like out in theaters for a couple days. And I went and saw it because I wanted to see it on the big screen. But, wow. I mean, that movie was something else. I'd love to see what you guys think about that. If you feel the way I do, or what movie you think is scarier. But I would say The Exorcist is number one. I'd say The Omen's number two. That's what I feel. I really feel that. But it's really something else. So anyways, that's my take on it. I would love to see what you guys think about that movie. Any comments? I'd appreciate any comments. And my channel's on the newer side. I'm trying to get some views and stuff like that. This is all new to me, so I really don't even know what I'm doing really with this YouTube stuff. But I would just love to get your comments on that and get your take on what you guys think about that. Because there's got to be a bunch of you guys out there that like scary movies and probably feel the way I do about that movie, that it's just, I think it was just insane. And I really wish I could go back and see it for the first time again. I think it would be unbelievable. I think at the first time, because the first time I saw that movie, I think I was like 12 somehow, and I don't know how we got it. It was back in the 80s or something. I don't know how we got a channel. I was supposed to be watching the channel, but I looked at it and it freaked me out. I remember at a time I shared a bedroom with my brother, and I could have, for days, I kept thinking that he was turning into the Exorcist right next to me. I kept looking over, thinking that my brother was becoming the Exorcist in the middle of the night, because it just freaked me out so much, that movie. It really freaked me out. I remember that. I was like 12 when I saw it the first time. I don't know, some channel I got. I don't know if it was like a made-for-TV version or something. I don't remember, but somehow I got some kind of channel in, and I ended up seeing it. I was supposed to see it or something like that, but I snuck. I watched it or something. I don't know. I can't remember. It's so long ago, but man, that really... But I remember I was scared for nights and nights with that. And even though I shared a room with my brother, I kept looking over thinking that my brother was turning into the Exorcist. It was strange, but it really shook me. And it was, wow. I mean, sometimes, you know, you go to see a scary movie to shake you. That's what I like. And it's hard to find one now that really scares you, but that Exorcist sure did. But I'd like to think what you guys think about that. So I appreciate any comments, and man, I would just love to see your guys' opinion. Well, thanks for spending your time with me, and this is Mike Morgan from MorganTalks.com, and my new channel, and I hope, I want to keep trying to do stuff like this and get some interactions with comments. So thank you very much for watching my little YouTube video, and I'd love to see what you guys think. Thank you so much.